So yesterday was the launch of the main headquarter of the DAPK party. And we can see that we had Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua, and other party, other officials, of which we all understand the rivalry in the political circle. So without further ado, let's get after it. My name is Salet, and this is the Kenya Today TV.
And my name is Ojwang Odero.
So tunaona we had the political allies together and the political rivals together in one thing, of which we really don't know what is going on and what next.
Okay.
So I don't know, according to you, what you can say about Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua was in the government. Kalonzo Musyoka was on the opposition. But right now we can see them on one table, shaking hands, marrying together. I don't know what this means politically.
Okay. Allow me to tell you that what happened yesterday is just a preparation for 2027 politics. And the main agenda is to make President William Ruto a one-term president. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka going to that particular launch is the party leader of Wiper. Then we saw the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, who is supposed to unveil his party very soon. Then Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i was represented by Senator Richard Onyonka. And initially, Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni had announced that Jubilee will be forwarding the name of Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i to be a presidential candidate. I think what was taking place was just to signal to the people of Kenya that there is a political coalition those leaders are going to form. You must understand, in politics, it is not always about things to do with Kenya. Let me just be honest with you. These people are always after their own selfish interest, and they will always come together when they want to fight for a common agenda. Rigathi Gachagua was in President William Ruto's government, and I had him exposing some of the dark secrets in this administration. Some of them are, I don't know whether it is true, because Rigathi Gachagua, trusting whatever he's saying, to me personally, this is my honest opinion, I don't trust Rigathi Gachagua.
Why?
Rigathi Gachagua. Because I really, Rigathi Gachagua, when they were being sworn in September 2022, he said they found a dilapidated economy, right? There was no money. Now he's saying that President William Ruto is, together with his allies, are looting, of which I can't defend corruption in President William Ruto's government. In fact, corruption is going on. Why I can't trust Rigathi Gachagua is because when he was government, he kept quiet. Meaning angetolewa, angekuwa impeached, saizi angekuwa anasema hizi vitu. Meaning wa Kenya,
in short, kama angepewa share yake, angenyamaza.
Unaona? Alafu what Rigathi Gachagua is doing bad is this stories are tribal nini, nimefunga huku. Instead of just coming out of Mount Kenya and saying, tutaenda kwa Wakenya wote na tutafungia William Samoei Arap Ruto. You know, I don't support William Ruto, I'm not supporting Rigathi Gachagua. Both of them are worst for this country. Why do I say William Ruto is a worst president?
Why?
Because he doesn't listen to the people of Kenya. Rigathi Gachagua is tribal and very dangerous to this country. Just give him power. In fact, when he had power, we saw what he could do. So we need somebody who is different from all these political players that we have right now.
And who can you vouch for?
Even Fred Matiang'i is still dangerous to this country. Yes.
Why?
Despite the fact that he had a good track record. What did he do during the NASA protest that took place in 2017? What did he do in 2018, January, December? People are just forgetting. But these people are worse.
Do you know that you can decide to move on and still face challenges of which you come back and regret, okay, why did I move on from that relationship, Yeah. So I feel like right now Kenyans are like, okay, mwenye tulikuwa naye alikuwa better off than huyu. Maybe if we can get that person back, we will be better off. right now.
Okay, as we speak, Kenyans, they deserve somebody else apart from all these political
It's okay,
players.
you guys deserve somebody else. But do you have anyone in mind that you guys feel like he will best represent you?
No, we have leaders in this country. The only problem
Where are they?
The only problem, we can't give them an opportunity to lead. Somebody like PLO Lumumba, I remember in 2010, I think 2010, when he was given, well, not even 2010, in 2007, when he invited to become the member of parliament for Kamkunji constituency, he lost. But he's a good person. He's someone who can take this country to the next level because they don't have corrupt issues. But Kenyans cannot elect these people. Why? Because our politics is always characterized by corruption itself, where we can't be in a position to elect leaders without being bribed. And it's taking place. And I've been telling people that the day that we shall demonetize politics in the Republic of Kenya, we will end up with the leaders who will not engage in corruption. Have you ever wondered where members of parliament will get money after spending millions of shillings during the campaign period? Most of them will be tempted to use to find a way of getting back their money. A good example is through NGCDF, even Denga for the women representatives in this country. So Kenyans, Kenyans themselves, must be in a position to understand that the only way we can get out of this problem is through electing leaders of high integrity. All those political players like Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, those people, they have been there. They have been there. I know you're wondering where Rigathi Gachagua has been. Rigathi Gachagua has been there for a very long time. He was Uhuru Kenyatta's personal assistant. These are the people that were working for President, the former president, the late president, that is Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. These were the schemers. They were the people who were coming up with the plans on how they could manipulate elections of 1992. He was there. Right? So there's nobody.
But do you realize that the problem is we have not even identified that person who has the highest integrity? Okay, the ones who have the integrity doesn't want it. Doesn't want
because
to
our
buy.
politics is toxic. Our politics is
Thank
toxic.
you.
That is
so
the
right
reality.
now, you guys need change. But what are you doing in order to get that change?
You see, what politicians normally do,
Because when you remember the protests, mlikuwa mnashtuliwa kidogo, uoga inaingia, and despite the loss of blood, the loss of innocent souls, bado mlikuwa, yani you guys are relenting. Right now we have the Twitter warriors. They are just advocating for good governance, you know.
Yes.
But still, it's of no benefit. It's of no positive outcome because mnapiga tu kelele hapo Twitter and na inaisha hivyo.
Okay, it is their democratic right to do so. They can talk, they can say anything that they want. But what we must understand is that whatever we are saying online, we have to translate it into reality by participating in elections in 2027. Because I'm telling you, most leaders will not be re-elected. The only problem we're dealing with smart politicians, people who know how to manipulate the minds of Kenyans, because they know very well. In fact, if I were Rigathi Gachagua today, instead of continuing to attacking President William Ruto, I could have just come up with a narrative, because what the narrative William Ruto is coming up with together with his allies, it sells, I'm telling you, it sells. In 2007, William Ruto himself, the president, they came up with a very strong narrative and it sold. Iliingia vizuri sana. It was 41 against what? 1. Unaelewa? And the Kenyans, they were able to gang up against one community, which is the same Mount Kenya. So what Kenyans must understand is that these politicians, they are just after their own selfish gain. Ukuona rais akiwa pale Western anasema kwamba yule mkabila, yule mtu wa shares, what do you expect in 2027? Kwanza anaanza kusema kwamba, let's say where I come from, you will come up with this idea. Ati nyinyi watu wa Kisumu, unaona hii SGR nimefikisha hapa. Yule jamaa wa shares hataki kitu fike hapa. Tell me, someone who doesn't understand how these politicians do operate, do you think they will vote for somebody else apart from William Ruto? They will vote for William Ruto because of the narrative he's going to come up with. In 2022, he came up with this narrative, the hustler narrative, where we have the dynasties and the hustlers.
So he was the
forgetting.
hustler himself.
William Ruto became a billionaire.
He branded himself.
By 2007, he was already a billionaire. By 2007, he was a billionaire. So that hustler narrative in 2022 was just a way of finding an opportunity to take advantage of innocent youth in this particular country so as to become president. Once he became president, he forgot about us. And that is the same thing they're going to do in 2027. What the head of state should understand is that nobody is wishing his government to fail. We can't wish our own country to fail. Unaelewa? People are just criticizing this government to ensure that it deliver whatever it promised. But whatever these stories that Rigathi Gachagua and those people are coming up with, those things will not make William Ruto a one-term president. They have to get out of their comfort zone. They have to go to Kenyans, provide civic education for Kenyans to understand why they're going to vote in 2027. Because William Ruto is not just an easy guy. He's not Uhuru Kenyatta. He is not an Uhuru Kenyatta who can even give up and say, kama tumeshindwa tuwachane naye. Like in 2017 walishindwa. Who made Uhuru Kenyatta president? Alisema tuachi. Yeah. Na Uhuru akakuwa president. So this team, they should also be very strong. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Kuna kitu ingine pia nimesahau kuambia. The day that Rigathi Gachagua will get out of Mount Kenya, that day, and the day that he will take that narrative to other parts of this country, I'm telling you, Rigathi Gachagua is also not a joker when it comes to giving William Ruto his own dose. Because he knows how William Ruto as a person do operate. Yes.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much for your time and your own point of view. And to our viewers, do you feel like there is something being cooked ama niaje? Because it's very, very unlikely, but in politics it does happen. So unaona Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, and we can, yani hii yote tunajua Kalonzo Musyoka amekuwa they are political allies with Raila Odinga, but Rigathi Gachagua, they are political enemies with Raila Odinga, because we all know the reason why. He was the reason for Rigathi Gachagua's downfall. So here we are. I don't know what your thoughts are. Speak to me. My name is Salet, and this is the Kenya Today TV.
And I'm Ojwang Odero.